Hey, so more Sofie Winterson, the Kiss. This is the chorus then. So we've done the verse, etc. And then there's two verses and then there's a chorus. And going into the chorus, we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so you got C for 2 bars basically, except the last beat of the second bar, and we're talking about bars of 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So on that last beat of the second bar, it's first fret of the A string. First fret of the A string, just one note, and that's leading us, boom, boom, that's leading us down to this A flat chord, which you can play as a bar chord, or thumb over the top, and then the F-shaped triad on the B, G and D strings. And it's the thumb will be either way. The thumb will be playing the low E string, and the three fingers 1, 2 and 3 will be plucking the D string, G string and B string, just as you've been doing for the C chord and the A minor, well, all the way through really. They've been on those 3 strings. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 2 bars on that, whichever way you fret it. And then, so that's your E-shaped bar chord, or thumb over the top version of the E-shaped bar chord, at the 4th fret in relation to the capo. So in relation to the capo, it's an A flat. And then we go to the 6th fret in relation to the capo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you do an A-shaped bar chord. I do the bar with my 3rd finger. Sometimes I do it with my 4th finger, but here you're going to need your 4th finger because we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. So it's that little finger on the B string, 1 fret up from the bar. And when you do that, you're still plucking 2 strings, the G string and the B string, with fingers 2 and 3. And there's 2 bars there, but there's quite a lot of rest in the second bar. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay, so far we got the 1 and 2 and 3 and going into it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you're back to the A flat, 1, 2, 3, 1. Then you just got 1 bar of that, 1, 2, 3. Then you got this. So you're going A flat. Then you got this sort of G over B shape, or you could think of it as part of a minor chord, but it makes more sense of being part of a major chord rather than part of a minor chord. So we've got our A flat E-shaped bar chord at the 4th fret in relation to the capo, and then I'm just plucking the A string and the B string, and the A string is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret in relation to the capo, that note, and the B string 6th fret in relation to the capo, that note. And if you were, I'm just trying to think of easiest ways of getting to these chords. If you were doing the full bar, you could use your 3rd finger as an anchor finger, everything else could come off. It could slide down 1 fret, and the little finger could go to the fret above, 1 fret up on the B string. And then from there, you go to C minor, okay, which is an A minor shaped bar chord at the 3rd fret in relation to the capo. The timing is 1 and So a bar on the A flat and kind of a bar on the C minor, but the first beat of that bar, you got a chord leading into it, or a part chord leading into it. If you're fretting the A flat like this, yeah, there's no particular easier way. Yeah, you can't really use any anchor fingers. So if you're going from this shape, you just have to move the second finger up to the A string and the little finger, bring it down on the B string again. On the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 frets. Whoops. And it's just those two strings, you don't want to hear any others. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. And then you're at the C minor, yeah? A minor shaped bar chord, 3rd fret in relation to the capo. So just do that part again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then we get back into more familiar chords. Then it goes to key change and we go to C major. 1 and 2 and 3 and how does it go? 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 so we got an C and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. There's an F, then C again, 1 and 2 and 3 and then a D7, 1 and 2 and 3 and you can hear we got one bar on each. 1 and 2, 3 on the C, one bar on the C, one bar on the F, one bar on the C, one bar on the D7, which lets it linger a bit. Then she goes to a C, but a C over G. So we got our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, and fingers 1 and 2 are making a C shape. So that's after the D7. So we got, and from that D7 to the C over G, you've got an anchor finger, or the first finger can stay on the B string 1st fret. So there's your D7, then there's your C over G, one bar on that, and one bar on G, so that's just take fingers 1 and 2 off, and keep 3rd finger there, 3rd fret low E string, and a bar of that, and then you got, then it resolves back to C. 1, 2, 3, and I think there's 2 bars of it, and the second bar, again there's a rest after you've plucked on the first beat. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then she has that little run up. I can't remember the melody line she's singing, but you've got open low E string, single note, 1st fret low E string, 3rd fret, and then that's bringing you up to A, which is the root of the A minor that you'll be starting the verse on. So if I go through that whole chorus section, so we got I think that's it. Let me just check. Make she does that at the end.
And still I hear the breathe a song until somewhere we breathe as one.
C.
And still I hear the whisper.
So it's quicker than. And still I do. So you got. You don't spend 2 bars on that last C, so 1, 2. What is the timing? Shouldn't do this live, should I?
Breathe as one. and still I hear the whisper.
Okay, so she sort of goes out at free time there. So you can leave that when she hits the last lyric. Says one. Still I. You can leave that as long or as short as you want when you pluck the C, and then when she starts the next lyric line, and still I. Then you do the single note line on the E string. Open, first fret, third fret, and then you're into the A minor. Okay, hope that's alright.